Hail Christ. The Republicans and conservatives have sacrificed principles, eternal truths for political expediency. You know, it wasn't too long ago that Republicans, conservatives were overwhelmingly anti abortion for any reason. And they were also anti sodomite, meaning they believed in the traditional family, the marriage is only between a man and a woman. And now this is a party that is kind of lukewarm on the abortion issue. Many Republicans now are pro abortion. They call it women's rights. It's really women's right to murder their children. And also, let me tell you something. This party, your Republican Party, is hailing Bruce Jenner, you know, Caitlyn Jenner, this trans person. That now, this is now a flagship member of the Republican Party, a big MAGA person. So now the Republicans are pro sodomite. They're pro sodomite. They just don't want the drag queen story hour, but they're okay with the pseudo marriage, them getting marriage certificates. They're okay with the pronouns. They just don't like the aggressiveness of the movement. But see how they've already sacrificed what are eternal truths for political expediency to get votes? If the Republican Party was an honorable party, if the conservatives were honorable, they would stick to eternal truths and never apologize for them and be willing to lose a few elections, because the more you stick to those eternal truths, the stronger in the long run you'll be. Because the sacrifices of principles today, you'll be overwhelmed by those tomorrow. The sacrifice of the principles of the abortion issue and the LGBTQ issue by the conservative Republicans years ago, and now you see they're drowning in it. They're now drowning in this sea of degeneracy because they sacrifice eternal principles. They've lost a lot of support. See, it's funny to me because they've tried to acquiesce to the left. In turn, they've lost support. Good morning, Ofan. They've lost support, right? And you have to understand that you should never compromise morals and principles just for expediency. But that's the Republican conservative outlook. Yeah, bro. Ofan, I mean, I'm telling you, this is why the modern day patriot movement, the MAGA crowd, and a lot of Christian, even Christian nationalists, big time pro-Israel, bro. It's insane. And true patriotism is not that. True patriotism is just America, isolationist. We don't want to be involved in foreign wars. You know? This is why I don't identify as a conservative. And yep, exactly, bro. Exactly, Ofan. And this is what the Republicans do. Whenever conservatives, whenever anybody accuses them of being bigots, they start real quickly backpedaling, saying, oh, no, the left's the real bigots. The left's the real anti-LGBTQ people. They're just scared to take a strong stand against these issues that people are holding up as idol. And what the Republicans and conservatives don't understand is there's a bunch of people that want someone to speak up with boldness that these things are filthy and not apologize for it. I mean, they've even got Christian celebrities apologizing, like Tim Tebow, who was supposed to speak years ago at an Easter service in Texas, and then it came out the pastor made biblical statements about sodomy, and they pressured Tim Tebow, and he apologized and he didn't go speak, like coward, and everybody idolizes this generic milquetoast Christian named Tim Tebow. Exactly. And what about Drew Brees, who supported Take Your Bible to School Day, and the organization had another biblical stance against LGBTQ? He backed out and apologized like a coward. Again, sacrificing eternal truths and principles for political expediency is all what the Republicans and conservatives are all about. They're scared to take a hard, strong stand and say, we do not support LGBTQ whatsoever, not an inch. And if you call us a bigot, we wear it proudly. They're scared to do that. They're so worried about, oh, they're the real bigots. Wear it proudly. Don't be scared to be called a bigot. Don't deny it either. Because that's just gaslighting words that mean nothing by the left. And so now you have, like I said, Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner is now a hero in the MAGA movement. Supposedly, he's a conservative. And I'm going to call him a he because he's a he. You know? You don't even want to know about how awful that surgery happens where they get they try to get what looks like a body part. You don't even know how awful that is for them. I mean, I don't, they destroy their bodies. But this is the new Republican conservative movement, pro-LGBTQ. They just don't like Drag Queen Story Hour. Not realizing Drag Queen Story Hour is here because they sacrifice the principles of being totally against LGBTQ years ago. You know what's crazy, man? I remember as a kid, the 78, was it the 80 Olympics? No, 76 Olympics had just happened a couple years ago. And I remember being 4 or 5 years old, and they had Wheaties boxes of Bruce Jenner. This guy was a hero. I mean, the ultimate image of masculinity, because to me, those type of athletes are the true masculine men, natural athletes that don't have to take steroids. And now look at them. All right, man, I'll be back with another video. Salute. Hail Christ, hail victory.